Monday, and welcome into the PHNX Sun Devils show. I'm Anthony Totri, joined as always by my better half, Shane Diefenbach.
Wow, no, I'm not.
There you go, buddy. There you go. I just felt like, teeing you up for a little love today.
Yeah.
I feel like you deserve that.
Sometimes I need to be teed up.
You need to be teed up and loved?
No.
No?
I mean, yeah, but not at the same time.
Okay, well, you're out of here.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Teed you up just like you wanted. Guys, if you're new to the program, this isn't ESPN. You're not going to be finding us on ESPN, but it doesn't sound like you're going to be finding the Pac-12 on ESPN anytime soon. No. Let's go ahead and pull up Brett McMurphy's tweet of the day, reporting that ESPN and the Pac-12 are having no substantive talks at the time. ESPN passed on the Big Ten, Sunday Ticket, the Premier League, Champions League, and MLS. So the idea is it will be completely out on the Pac-12. Is not the least bit surprising. Things can always change. And maybe, this is my favorite part, the Pac-12 can figure out a creative way to get ESPN involved. But right now, that seems very unlikely. Shane, this continues to be a joke of a conference. And this is the media rights deal is just, it's the butt of the joke every time, it feels like.
Yeah, the Pac is dying. We knew this. I wasn't expecting an ESPN thing to happen. This is almost to me more of an ESPN. I mean, it's not an ESPN problem, but ESPN's passed up on a lot of things. It's weird where they're going. It seems like they just kind of put all their money into the SEC in terms of collegiate sports, and that's it.
Yeah,
right? Like, I don't know. This isn't surprising in the least bit. It's kind of that next step to like finding something that they can stream on.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like there's not really any like real prominent options left for the Pac-12. There was obviously reports of the CW a few weeks ago. Don't think that has really gone anywhere. Like at this point, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel to try and get your games on a network, on a program, whatever. But again, it is, and the reason the whole Pac-12 can figure out a creative way is my favorite part, is because the Pac-12 is not creative at all. They have been behind the curve when it comes to everything. NIL, behind the curve. Transfer portal, behind the curve. Here you are again, behind the curve. You're behind the Big 12. You're behind the Big 10. You're behind the SEC. You're behind everybody. And now what? Like, not only is the conference in terms of expansion still a whole problem in and of itself, but this kind of goes hand in hand with that, right? Like UCLA and USC leaving toward the end of the media rights deal. Like now you've got like George Kliavkoff and the Pac-12 have to figure something out if they realistically want to keep this conference alive.
If
they want to keep it alive, they got to figure something out.
I know it's late May and there's nothing. There is nothing. Like Joe says, time to go to the Big 12, get it over with. People are saying ASU and U of A need to leave. Like this school just needs to leave.
Yeah,
they would have if something can get figured out. Like yeah. I highly doubt that, despite all the statements you might hear about we are committed to staying with the Pac-12, we are committed to. They're not.
Yeah,
because they're always going to have one foot out the door.
You know what those athletic directors are like when they have those conversations. They're like college guys talking. They've got a roster.
Oh man,
that's exactly what it is. They've got a roster or college girls, and they have got, every time they're with one person, they're like, "Yep, you're it. That's it. I'm committed to you. Whatever." Guess what? They leave. They're on the phone with somebody else.
Are you speaking from experience?
It's neither here nor there. Like that's exactly what this is like. Like anytime they get in front of a microphone or anybody, they're gonna say probably the right thing.
I was a player in college, and by player I mean I was on a roster.
You were on rosters?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You didn't ever have a roster?
No.
Not once?
It was always, we're committed to this guy. And it was like, you know what?
Were you ever the MVP?
You're going to be the free agent.
Oh, they always cut you?
Yeah, I got cut.
That's tragic. That's tragic. Hey, you win some, you lose some. You said it yourself.
Sometimes you break up with somebody at a concert. It's whatever.
You did?
Kind of.
Okay, we at some point are definitely diving into that. In terms of Arizona State, right? Kind of focusing in on what this means for the Sun Devils, for Ray, for Michael Crow. I think we have seen. I don't want to say a light switch has kind of flipped for them, but I feel like the Kenny hire was a step in the right direction. Mullet Arena, a step in the right direction. And I think you can take an even bigger step by being that next team, that next program to really try and dive into expansion. I saw a tweet earlier today. I forget who it was from. It listed the top 16 teams, and it was a tier list of programs that you would want to join the Big 12, right? 2 of those schools, I remember 3 of the 4. It was UConn, Arizona, and Arizona State. And there was one other one in there that I am just blanking on. But those were 3 tier 1 teams.
One of the Hurley brothers would have to quit because they don't want to play in the same conference with each other.
Well, this is a little bit above their pay grade. How would you, like, at this point, do you still feel like the same way about Arizona State leaving? You do.
Feel the same way. Do I want them to leave?
Yeah.
No, I want them to stay. I want them to put on their scuba gear and go down with the ship and just swim.
Swim?
Just look around.
Look at all the ruins.
Look at all the ruins. Look at the Coliseum that's been vacated, even though they're still going to play there. But,
yeah.
The proverbial Coliseum.
Go to the Big 12. Go to the Big 12.
Go to the Big 12. And again, I think that if there was a path, a clear one, they would have already done it.
Yeah.
There's probably conversations happening behind closed doors.
Not open doors?
No, the doors are not open unless they don't have enough to pay for.
They're never open. The doors are never open.
Maybe it's just a breezeway. There's no.
It's a breezeway. What's a breezeway?
It's like
an arch.
So a breezeway is if that door is open right now, the breezeway would be the air from up and it's when the doors open.
No, yeah, I got you. Joe in the chat, there's no reason to go to an Amazon or Apple TV. Either do it yourself streaming or get on linear TV on the Pac-12 network at rates that allow for all carriers to carry the network. Look, we've seen the Pac-12 network, and let's be real, that shit is garbage. It's awful. You can't get it. You can't find it. And that is, even if you're like local, that's tough. We're not even speaking from like, if you are an alum that lives somewhere on the East Coast or the Midwest trying to find a game, it's literally impossible to try and watch a game.
And not literally, but you can't unless you have either a savvy friend or you're savvy yourself, or you subscribe to something that no one on the East Coast does. I think the biggest thing I think something that I agree with that Joe says is just the best idea is just make it nationwide. Like, make it easy to find.
Nationwide is on your side. No free ads.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just a catchy.
Pac-12 network is buns. We know this. It's just not great. I am a big fan of their loading screen when you're on the stream when you're streaming the waves.
Yeah,
big fan of that.
You know what I wish,
but it needs to be more available.
You know what I wish Arizona State would do, and I don't think like logistically they could do it, but it would be fun. It would be fun.
Teach Sparky how to cook burgers for everyone.
I think he can already do that, to be honest with you. I would love to see Arizona State, and again, I logistically I don't even think it's possible. But what the Suns tried to do for a quick second with AZ Family, like just so you could get it locally, right? So if you are in the state of Arizona, you could literally tune in to Channel 3.
That'd be nice.
That would and even if it's not a football game, basketball, baseball, like just whatever's on, fill the hour, right? Like that would be so awesome. And I think you could really get people, like that would go hand in hand with what Kenny specifically in the football program, like their whole Activate ASU. The best way to do that is to make your sports accessible.
Activate TV programs.
Like that's the easiest way to do it, is just to simply put the sports out there for people like locally to watch.
Activate Pac-12 network on your local devices.
Well, I've already tried to activate it, and it's impossible to find. It takes me back to the screen. Yeah. It's buffers forever.
Do you have Comcast? No, I don't.
There could be a game on literally in an hour, and I tune into a pregame, and then I'm watching a game from 1987.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's impossible, dude. It's impossible to navigate.
The quad ball championships.
So I'm gonna have you make a prediction.
Congratulations. ASU Division II quad ball. They won the ship this year. I found that out today. That's Quidditch.
The more you know. The more you know.
They got a crazy Quidditch team.
Prediction time before we move on to baseball because there is a lot to get to today.
I think that the Pac-12 sweeps.
What did they sweep?
Oh, we're talking.
We're still. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. You're good. I'm gonna tee you up again though. If you.
Okay. Yeah.
So
what do I think happens?
Do you think the Pac-12 figures out a media rights deal before another team leaves the conference?
Oh, that's fun. They're gonna have to. Is it gonna be a good one? No, but I think they will. I think it'll be weird. I think they will.
Okay, I'm gonna make a bold prediction here. Arizona State and Arizona are moving to the Big 12. I'm not gonna say that it's done before the media rights deal.
When?
I think in the next 2 years. In the next 2 years, you'll get the news that, hey, it's time. They're coming. They're coming to the Big 12.
Lock the doors.
Lock the doors. Sparky and Wilbur, they've arrived. Yeah, they're getting off spaceships and they're landing in Texas.
Spaceships?
Yes.
Why?
Because they're not like creatures that live here. Have you ever seen, mascots? They go to the games and then they go to the moon.
Sparky is an alien because he's from the sun.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But Wilbur's not.
We don't know that.
Wilbur can drive.
You don't know that.
Yes, Wilbur has his license.
Really?
Wilbur
Have you seen that license?
Class C license.
Class C license. What's the? I never understood.
So you can operate like semi trucks and commercial vehicles and other things. I think some of them are industry. I have no idea. I don't know what I'm doing.
Get Arizona State on Stream East. That's what you need to get.
Give me the dancing cat.
Stream East XYZ. Moving on. There's obviously a lot to get to in terms of Pac-12 baseball. There's a Pac-12 tournament. Starts tomorrow.
Pac-12 tournament coming
ASU football got a couple recruits over the weekend. Look, even Zona Tucson in the chat. We can agree on something right now. Big 12 bound.
We can split the Uber, Zona Tucson, or Lyft, whatever you use.
You're not going to need to split it if you win money on BetMGM because then you can just pay for it for you and for your friends. Well, be the nice guy.
That's not financially responsible.
Yeah, I mean, it is if you make a lot of coin on BetMGM.
No, because I want to save the coin that I made on BetMGM.
You can spend it on an Uber.
Today, if I have X amount of money to my name and we split dinner.
Yes.
And then tomorrow I win the lottery, we're still splitting dinner.
Really? You're that guy?
I mean,
that's pretty crazy.
All right. Not the lottery.
Man said if I won the lottery, we're splitting dinner.
Never mind. Splitting dinner. Good band name.
Very great band name. Guys, BetMGM, if you haven't signed up yet, I don't know what you're doing, but you could still do it and use bonus code PHNX. There's a few different offers depending on where you live, but for our Arizona audience, you guys are going to get up to $100 in bonus bets on your first wager with BetMGM. That's what we like to call free money. Again, make sure you use that bonus code PHNX. Check out the show notes for full details. Shano, Western Conference Finals, Game 4 tonight. Who?
LeBron's legacy
is on the line.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I think LeBron's legacy is not going to let this series go 4-0. He's not getting swept. It's Bron. Come on. He has too much pride.
Lakers money line.
Lakers -3.5.
-3.5. We're taking him. Okay. Sprinkle a little bit on it, guys.
LeBron PRA over 42.5. Austin Reeves over 17.5 points. Matthew Tkachuk first goal. Panthers money line. Lock that all in. I know everyone here probably watched the bet show this morning, but just in case you forgot.
Lock it in and now listen to Shane talk about the disclaimer.
Disclaimer, 21 plus to wager. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in Washington, D.C., Mississippi, Nevada, New York, and Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369, New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP, Arizona. 1-800-522-4700, Kansas, Nevada. 1-800-327-5050, Massachusetts. 1-800-BETS-OFF, Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help, Michigan.
So if you come to Nashville, you can see me and PD do a shoey.
You?
PD hasn't agreed yet, but I told him we're doing it, and he said, I don't know what that means. So it's basically, yes.
You're in agreement.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what that means.
I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm getting Four Peaks over there.
Okay, do it.
There might, I don't know. I'm not going to make any promises, but I will get Four Peaks there. That's the promise I'm going to make. My favorite beer right now. I went on a boat yesterday. Joy Bus Wow's best boat beer of all time.
Joy Bus Wow was simply the best beer, period.
I was calling it the Joey Boat Wow.
Wow. See what it does?
It's so tasty.
See, guys, you take a sip and it's just, wow.
Tons of great beers.
I actually had one over the weekend, too.
You had one?
I only had one, yeah.
Damn.
I also had wow at the aquarium.
Yeah.
They serve beer at the aquarium?
Well, yes and yes. So we went to a different aquarium. We didn't go to the aquarium that's in Scottsdale, which great establishment. But we went to the World Wildlife Zoo.
Yeah.
Dylan's restaurant.
Okay. I love that place.
Great food. Really?
Yes. Dylan's?
And off of 303?
It's far as hell?
In the aquarium?
No, there's a separate Dylan's.
There's a bunch. There's one at Lake Pleasant, too.
Huh.
Yeah, it's really good.
Interesting. Yeah, they were serving.
Got great baked beans there.
Four Peaks. I had a drink that I didn't really like there, but because it wasn't Four Peaks, I got a Funky Monkey. And I drink Funky Monkeys when I'm in Cabo, and they're usually blended.
Yeah.
It wasn't blended. Wasn't great, but not to their fault. It was my fault for ordering it. Anyway, get Four Peaks. Don't drink Funky Monkeys at aquariums. Drink Four Peaks. Check out at Four Peaks Brew and at Four Peaks Pub to keep up with the latest. In Arizona's hometown brewery, must be 21 years or older to drink Four Peaks, and please drink it responsibly.
Do it. Drink it responsibly. Let's indulge in some Pac-12 baseball in a irresponsible manner.
No.
If you will. Yes,
I'm
let's do it.
Irresponsible.
Let's do it because the Pac-12 baseball tournament slated to start tomorrow. Arizona State. They got the 5 seed, which is very good compared to
it's fine.
Compared to what the month of May was looking like.
Mm-hmm.
It was the SpongeBob meme where everything is on fire and the SpongeBobs are just running around.
Burning things.
That's exactly what it was. But they get to start postseason play against their in-state rival, number 8 Arizona, Tuesday at 10 a.m. So if you're unfamiliar with the way that the Pac-12 baseball tournament goes, they've got pool play, right? So the 9 teams are slated in the pool. Arizona State is in a pool with Arizona and Oregon State. UCLA is in a pool with Washington and USC. And then Oregon is in a pool with Stanford and Cal, right? So the way this is going to work, at the conclusion of pool play Thursday night, the 3 pool winners are going to advance to the Friday single elimination semifinals, along with 1 wild card team. And the wild card team is going to be determined by the best record of the non-advancing teams, with any tiebreaker awarded to the highest seeded team. Yes. You got that? You want me to read it again?
Yeah.
Okay. So at the conclusion of pool play on Thursday night, the 3 pool winners are going to advance to the Friday single elimination semifinals, along with 1 wild card team.
Okay.
The wild card is going to be determined by the best record of the non-advancing teams, with any tiebreaker being awarded to the highest seeded team.
Oh.
You get it? Or are you just making the I gotcha noise?
I didn't realize. I thought it was gonna be like run differential or something. The highest seed is the tiebreaker.
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah. And so the semifinal matchups are going to pit the highest seeded team, obviously, against the lowest seeded team on one side, with the second highest seed and the second lowest seed on the other side. Teams from the same pool are not going to play each other in the semifinals, if that makes sense.
Yes, that does make sense.
Okay. So taking a look at the bracket, okay? Number 8 Arizona and number 5 Arizona State. Then you got number 2 Oregon State versus number 8 Arizona, and then Arizona State obviously versus Oregon State. These games taking place Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. How do you feel about the way Arizona State's pool looks?
Sorry. Oregon State got hot, so it's not the worst, but it's not the best because they're playing real well right now. You got rocked last time you played U of A, so don't let that happen again.
Yeah.
But you did win 3 out of 4 games, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, you did win 3 out of 4 games. So you should be fine.
See, looking past the Pac-12, or not looking past Pac-12 tournament, but looking past pool play, this doesn't bode well for ASU, considering that where they are seated, they're not in the bracket that has the 3-4, right? Because in a tie-breaking scenario, obviously the team that has the higher seed gets to move on. You'd expect probably the way that USC has been playing, I'm going to be honest, I expect USC to come out of that second pool with Washington and UCLA. I think Stanford cleans up Oregon and Cal. So if Arizona State doesn't win their pool and you assume they have the same record after pool play, then you've got a team like Washington as the number 3 seed that can sneak out as the wild card. So this is really where you see Arizona State's fall over the last month and a half hurt them. Because now you go from a spot where, in reality, you could still find a way to lose your pool and set yourself up in a decent spot to get out and make the semifinals, to where realistically, if you don't win your pool, in a pool where you've got the second seeded team in the conference, you're probably now looking to the NCAA tournament. How important do you think pool play is for Arizona State in terms of the NCAA tournament?
You made it a little bit more important. You made it important. Yeah, it wasn't important at all, really.
Yeah.
But now it's like you are on the cusp of being a bubble team.
Yeah.
You're on the cusp of on the cusp.
Yeah.
So if you go in 2, I wouldn't be shocked if they get left out. They shouldn't. I wouldn't be completely shocked.
Yeah. Is this kind of like what we saw with Bobby Hurley's Sun Devils, where they got to the Pac-12 tournament and you're like, you can specifically carve out, you need this game, and you lock yourself in? Do you feel that way with Arizona State? Like, do you think if they're able to go 1-1 here, that it solidifies their spot, or realistically?
I think they need to get into the semifinals.
But you think if they make it out of pool play, they've guaranteed them spot?
Yeah, because
in the
if they
NCAA
make it
tournament.
out of pool play, they're probably going to go 2-0 in pool play, because there's a 3 and 4 in the same pool. That could cost you, unless they. Actually, no, there's really no way that could. And the only way that doesn't cost you is if UCLA beats Washington and Washington loses to USC, or UCLA beats USC and USC loses to Washington, so that UCLA is that 7 seed.
Yeah.
Or is that wild card team, but they're a 7 seed, so ASU would get it over them.
Yeah. Joe in the chat, not getting that 4 seed could be costly.
Yes, it could.
Similar to what we saw with ASU basketball, the expectation over the last month was you probably could get a 4 seed. It is hilarious, actually, how similar the two programs kind of finished the season, right? Like, ASU basketball was sitting pretty for the majority of the season to lock up a top 4 seed. They obviously slid when it came to conference play. You get to the back end of conference play for ASU baseball, it's kind of the same thing. They slid, didn't get a top 4 seed, and now that could really haunt them. In ASU basketball's case, obviously they were able to win a couple games in the Pac-12 tournament, which ultimately solidified their spot to be in the first 4 for ASU baseball. Obviously, you hope that they can make it out of pool play. Obviously, the main goal is you win the Pac-12 tournament. If you win the Pac-12 tournament, obviously that solidifies your spot, but it goes a long way in terms of building momentum for the NCAA tournament, which, again, kind of zooming out, would be massive for Willie Bloomquist in year 2 to actually make a little bit of noise in the NCAA tournament in terms of getting recruits. And look, I love the fact that they match up against Arizona in the Pac-12 tournament. But
just don't hit a grand slam and then
that's I was just about to say. We saw what a rivalry matchup looked like for Arizona and Arizona State softball, and it ultimately resulted in the end of the Arizona State softball season.
Yeah, not only are they similar in their paths of the season, but they're similar if just get into the dance. Make the tournament.
Just get in.
And anything can happen at that point.
Yeah.
Because this team is so magical on offense.
And like from a historic perspective, like ASU baseball, like they perform well when it comes to the NCAA tournament. Obviously, this is a team that's won the College World Series a couple times. Like there are expectations when it comes to ASU baseball. And I know it is only year 2 of the Bloomquist era, but it would go such a long way from year 1 to finish out, what that season was versus actually doing something in the Pac-12 tournament, beating your rival, coming out of your pool, and then, maybe sneaking past a team like a USC or a Washington when it comes to the semifinals, and even seeing yourself in a Pac-12 championship game against Stanford would mean a lot.
Yeah, Joe in the chat saying, we're lucky to not be the 6th seed. We would have lost the tiebreaker against Oregon if that last game against UW was played and was a loss. Yeah, that would have sucked, because then you're staring at Stanford, and you would have to win that pool to basically get out.
Yeah.
And that was not going to
We saw last year, though, with Arizona State having to play Stanford. They almost snuck past them. And then they didn't because, pitchers.
Almost doesn't really count.
No, you're right.
Actually, it doesn't count.
Almost counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
I was trying to avoid saying that.
Why?
Because I feel like it's been
overdone.
Yeah.
Okay, almost counts in.
Almost only counts in. Chat helps out. come up with something. Ad read?
Sure. That's where I was trying to go, but I can't really think of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let me see. Where's my sheet? Almost only counts if you're got nothing.
Yeah.
Fubo TV. Guys, 140 plus live channels of sports, shows, movies, and more. Stream live TV from any device you got. Except for the Wii, I don't think they have an app on the Wii. Events coming up. You can order pizza on the Wii still.
That's crazy.
There is a way to do that. You got events coming up. Well, we got a ton of stuff. The NHL Draft is on ESPN. I will not be watching on Fubo TV because I will be there in Nashville doing a shoey with Petey at the NHL Draft. Plus the NBA Finals between your Miami Heat and their Denver Nuggets is on ABC, which you can watch. On Fubo TV, watch a ton of stuff with Fubo TV and use the link in the description to sign up. Oh, she just disappeared. This is a Mike Luke moment. Guys, I lost my ad.
Yeah, it's all good.
This has never happened before. Use the link in the description to sign up for 15% off your first month of Fubo Pro. Fubo TV. Get it in your house and your TV and any device you got. Yeah, that was really chaotic.
That's a double tech. Get out of here.
I got tossed.
I'm shooting free throws and you're
That
gone.
was like Sean DePaz meets Mike Luke ad read.
My gosh.
That sounds
like the
scary.
craziest ad read of all time, guys. Well, I'm going to keep it simple on this one. Burrito Express. We tell you about it every single day, not because we have to, but because we love Burrito Express.
I found a new where burritos would be so good that I haven't tried yet.
Yeah.
A lake burrito would go crazy.
It might.
It would.
Burritos go crazy anywhere.
Yeah, but like there are just places where burritos taste a little bit better. And even though Burrito Express it physically can't get better, they just taste
I want to try something that Angel had tweeted out. He had bean
and cheese with bacon?
Yes.
Yeah, that scares me.
I feel like it might be gold.
It's gonna be good because everything is good there, but still. That I've never thought of that.
I love it.
Bean and bacon.
I love the creative mind that he's got running there.
Is there any dish that has bean and bacon? Maybe some weird British dish.
There's baked beans that have bacon in it.
Facts.
Yeah.
But there's sweet candied.
Yeah.
Beans.
That's fair. Guys, Burrito Express, they got locations all over the valley. And if you are big on Arizona State, they've got a couple NIL deals with Jazz Hill and Elijah Badger. So anytime you guys go to a Burrito Express location and buy a burrito, you're technically supporting Arizona State athletes as well, which we know is huge. Guys, again, locations all over the valley. Check them out and grab a burrito. While you're at it, follow them on social at Burrito EXP. Let's talk about ASU football. We're doing the dance. We started with the Pac-12 media rights still. We hop, skip, and a jump to the Pac-12 tournament, and now we went down the slide, and now we're talking about ASU football.
Why'd we go down a slide?
You don't like slides?
I do, but
who doesn't like slides?
I love slides.
What's okay?
It's
real quick. I'm gonna put a pin in the ASU football discussion. Slides or swings?
Swings.
Yeah, I'm with you. Swings go crazy.
Look, slides.
You strike me as a teeter-totter kind of guy.
Hell no, I'm way too big. My legs would crunch up when I get. It's not great.
No.
Slides, really great idea.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, it doesn't work because
slides don't work.
No, they work. There's just a lot of problems with them. Indoor slides that are circular tubes.
Yeah, I don't like those.
They shock the hell out of you.
Water slides, though.
Okay, we'll get there in a second.
Whew.
They shock the hell out of you.
Yeah.
Metal slides, fast.
Yeah.
And the summer,
they
hurt real bad.
They're terrifying.
Non-metal slides outside, you can get burnt burns on them from like a rug burn.
Yeah.
Awful. They usually send you down at a weird angle where you just land on your face.
Yeah.
Not great.
Before I take the pin out of the ASU football,
I put a poll in the chat.
Okay. Vote in
Is it a scone poll?
No, it's not a scone poll. That was good though.
Water slides.
If you know, you know.
Water slides. Pretty awesome.
You know, before we talk ASU football commits, something that I don't feel like has been experimented enough.
Oh no.
Water swings.
Doesn't work.
How do you know?
What? Explain to me what that means.
I feel like it's a big swing that you swing into a large body of water. I feel like that would be fun.
Are you just talking about like a rope swing?
No, I'm talking a swing
Okay.
into a body of water.
Do you let go of the swing and go into the water? Or does the swing go into the water and then come out?
That would be cool too.
That wouldn't work.
How do you know?
Because you would lose all momentum.
Not if it's like mechanical and it goes fast.
Then you're just getting like waterboarded. Like that sounds awful.
No.
Yeah.
I think we should experiment. No? Okay. ASU
Wait,
football.
no.
Let's take the pin out. Let's take the pin out.
The pin's going right back in. What do you mean by the first one? If you're not
What do you mean?
If you're not jumping off of the swing.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you're either on the swing going through the water, which I think is cool.
Which you would drown.
No, not necessarily.
Eventually you would.
If you're buckled in.
Okay.
That'd be awful.
Anyway, what's
the other ones you're on a swing.
And you jump off?
And yeah.
That's just it's like a rope swing.
But it's not.
I feel like those have been experimented a good amount. Professionally, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's not enough pros like doing the dance with the water swings.
Why are we dancing?
I don't know. Big dancing guy right now.
It's on.
We're taking the pin out?
The poll results were 50-50.
What about slides?
Slides and swings, 50-50.
That's crazy.
Swings are
top tier.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
Yeah. That's your long tenured quarterback, and your slides are, running back so you can just replace.
Exactly. Every year you can get a new one, to be honest with you. But a good swing is a great swing.
Unless you're Austin Eckler, or unless you're the Chargers and you just keep Austin Eckler around forever.
Hey. Yeah, I didn't need that today.
Sorry.
Okay.
Albert Smith
All right,
third.
There we go. Albert Smith the third, a 3-star outside linebacker committed to Arizona State over the weekend. First off, love the photo that he tweeted, committed, and then added Charlie Regal. Albert Smith chose ASU over the likes of Baylor, Nebraska, Tulane, and Missouri. What do you think a guy like Albert Smith, he's not the biggest of the linebackers. I want to say he's listed at just 6'1", so you could even call him maybe a little undersized, but you're getting a guy that is clearly, I don't want to say a prominent prospect, but a guy that other schools like a Baylor and Nebraska, even Tulane at this point, are really going after.
ASU football is like a circle. It doesn't have enough edge. That's so bad. They are.
So there's no edge technically.
Yeah. It needs more edge. It has none. ASU football doesn't have many edge rushers.
Yeah.
The more the better. Look, I saw something. I forget what they were ranked. 36th. I want to say their recruiting class is ranked.
Yeah.
Which isn't insane, but like, it's better than it's been.
Yeah. You don't get. There were Herm ones that were awful. That were some of the worst in the nation.
Yeah. This early too. Like, get ahead of the curve. Let's go.
Get ahead of the proverbial curve with an edge. No, you don't like that?
Get ahead of the...
or hit the edge before you... I don't know. I can... Yeah. Bad with shapes, too. They also got a...
He runs a 4.640.
Albert?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Albert runs fast, and he comes off the edge.
6'2", 205 is what he's listed as.
All right. We've got a new favorite for best name.
Yeah.
Canyon Floyd, spelled with a K. Your 5-star punter and kicker from Horizon High School, committed over the weekend to Arizona State, guys. Also with just a fire graphic that he tweeted out, adding Charlie Regal, Rising Sun Devils, Kenny Dillingham, hashtag Activate the Valley, all that fun stuff. And he chose ASU over Oklahoma, Air Force, Navy, Cal, Army, Florida, and Washington. You got a 5-star kicker. You got a 5-star punter. I'm not going to sit here and ask you, what does it mean to get a 5-star punter? But what does it mean to get a 5-star punter?
You promised me. Oh, he's a number 9 ranked punter in the nation, I think. That's kind of cool. Special teamers are necessary.
They are. They're necessary.
It's fun. Like, yeah. I would rather have a good one than a
bad one.
A not good one.
Yeah. I don't think there's like any mid-tier. Like you either are good or you're bad at that job.
This will not like change the course of your program, but it will certainly.
Look what Zane Gonzalez did.
Okay. It will certainly help you not lose games because of poor punting or place kicking.
Look, I think you can see what a good kicker does, and a good punter as well. What it does for teams, like not just when it comes to college football, but when it comes to professional football as well, right? Just being able to flip the field or being able to have a kicker that can bail you out of a situation in terms of like, can our kicker hit a 50-yard field goal? Like that goes a long, long way to be able to hit a 50-yard field goal
Homie's
or a 45-yard field goal.
Homie's got a cannon leg.
He
averages 50 yards a punt in high school. The number 3 ranked average in the nation.
That's
good.
That's
fun.
That's real good.
Flip the field.
Especially
you know what that means, dude?
Fake punts?
No.
Damn it.
No. If this defense can get good, it will literally win you games.
Yeah.
Like being able to flip the field and to win a field position battle, even if the offense isn't cooking, which it should most of the time. But even if it isn't, your defense can capitalize on that.
If your quarterback decides to listen and abide by Kenny's philosophy of it's okay to throw the ball away, you don't have to force something downfield or try and throw an interception. You live to see another down.
Yep.
Like, just we're going to call in Canyon Floyd real quick to boom 50 yards and we'll flip the field.
Yep.
I'm here for it. Absolutely here for it.
You
Exciting.
know why they call him Canyon, other than the fact that it's his actual first name?
Why?
Because he can punt it over the Grand Canyon.
Is that... Can we fact check that?
No, it's just his name.
Okay. Well, again, Canyon Floyd, spelt with a K. And if you don't know where I'm going, it's Circle K, guys. Make sure you're not missing out on all the great stuff that they've got. They've got deals on energy drinks, snacks. And right now, if you guys text PHNX to 31310 to join their SMS subscriber club, going to get a buy one, get one free offer on 32-ounce Polar Pops. Head to circlek.com/store-locator to find Circle K's near you.
Circle K has great chips.
Yes.
And great vibes.
Great vibes. Oh, we're doing...
No, that wasn't.
I felt like that's where it was going.
And great drinks.
You're getting there.
But they...
Almost there.
Go to Legal Beats. Strongest margaritas in the Valley. Make sure you're not missing out on all of the great stuff they got going on at their Tucson or Tempe locations. Stop by for a house beer bucket for you and the whole crew. 5 pints for $15. Soak up the sun with a loaded burrito and crisp beer on the patio. Illegal Beats, your go-to spot for the CW. No. ESPN. No.
Okay.
Watching Big 12. Yeah. But not Pac-12.
Not Pac-12. No, you can't watch the Pac-12 anywhere.
It's your go-to spot for all the
Maybe
vibes,
we
though.
should we have I think we should at this point we should probably have Espo and Jacob make a call
to see if we can stream
the Pac-12. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Hey, you never know. Dude. You never know. We're not that far off from the CW. Come on now.
Okay, well let's get a reel out there. Let's show them that we can do this. I'm gonna give you a situation. You got a
situation. I'm commentating the situation. Okay. My news voice might come out here.
Drew Peterson.
No,
he's gone.
Yeah, he might be gone.
Who's there next year? Let's see. Now let's
Bronny James.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Bronny James.
Bronny James just tried to dunk on Alonzo Gaffney, but
Bronny James tried to dunk on Alonzo Gaffney.
Gaffney met him at the rim.
But he met him at the rim.
And ASU's up 1 and now has the ball going to the free throw line.
Oh my God, there's so much information that I have to retain.
Let's go. Here you go.
ASU up 1. You said.
Yep.
ASU up 1. A minute to play in the Pac-12 championship game. Bronny James taking the ball up court. He beats his man. He's driving. He gets blocked, skadoosh, by Alonzo Gaffney.
Gaffney meets him at the rim.
Are you kidding me right now? Timeout, Bobby Hurley. The Sun Devils make it a game. My God.
Gaffney pulls out his phone and calls LeBron. Pick up your son. The nurse is calling.
The nurse is calling?
Yeah,
Nick Nurse?
No.
Head coach of the Phoenix Suns?
No, the school nurse.
Oh, the school nurse.
Calling because
my bad.
Your son's ego's deflated, LeBron. Gaffney the line to shoot 2.
There you go, George.
And a technical.
There you go.
LeBron's been thrown out of the arena.
Oh my gosh, not again. George, that's what we have to offer you. Okay, thank you. Mr. Kliavkoff, we'll have our people reach out to your people.
The Sun Devils actually lost that game.
God damn it.
Yeah, full court.
Did Kamani Lawrence dunk again?
No, full court, UCR style.
That's tragic.
Marvin Bagley didn't guard the inbound.
Marvin Bagley didn't do it?
Marcus Bagley. Marvin didn't either. He was there.
Yeah. Okay. On that note, guys, if you enjoyed the content, give us a follow at PHNX Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. You can follow Shane at Shane Deef. Yes, Mr. Diefenbach.
Make sure to at Kliavkoff on Twitter as well, so we can get a job.
Yes, absolutely. Should we? That's our clip for the day. Yeah, that's our clip for the day, guys. Chris, before we get out of here, kicking isn't the sexiest, but few things kill a vibe like a bad kick.
Yeah. Yep.
You want to leave the people with a word of wisdom?
Well,
a single word.
Gaffney.
Peace.